Hey there, everybody. It's me, your Chief Happiness Officer with the Happiness Jungle. Welcome to the Happiness Jungle Happy Hour, or however long we are together this evening. I am thrilled and excited to share with you something that I observe a lot of people that are having challenges with, and it truly is learning the difference between venting and complaining. Let me share with you what the difference is between venting and complaining. Venting is when we just need to get something off of our chest. We don't mean anybody should change. We are not putting blame on anybody. We are just venting. And there's a lot of times where I know for a fact that I need to vent. There are people around me or they're not around me. Sometimes the best thing I could do is call a really good friend of mine and share with them, I just need your ear. I don't need any advice. I just need to vent. Can you just listen to me? And if that person isn't around, or the people that you want to call that you believe will go ahead and lend you their ear, then go in the mirror or go to a mirror and look at your reflection and vent to your reflection. Complaining is when you're trying to change things. You're trying to either change somebody or something, and there are times that it is out of your control, and it is not up to you to change anything, but it is in your control to be able to walk away and handle things completely different. In this hard world that we live in, there are so many of us that are walking around on a day-to-day basis, and we're walking around with so much weight on our shoulders. And we're trying to either fix things, change things. We don't like how things are. We think that if we're angry enough that the person will hear us, or the people will hear us, or things will change. And that is absolutely not true. You know, there were many years ago, and I'm going back to 1986, and I was having a very hard time in my life. And I decided that speaking with the people that were closest to me had too many opinions about what I needed just to get off of my chest, just to be able to vent. So I decided to go to a specialist, somebody who is neutral. They didn't know anything. I just needed to vent. And I remember going to this person and them saying to me, Lyn-Dee, what is the real reason you are here? And what do you think is going to happen while you're here? And I looked up and I thought very hard, and I says, you know, I came to you because you don't know anything about me or my life, and I just need to vent so I could go ahead and really hear, process it, and hopefully through me being able to vent, I will come up with better solutions. And she looked at me and she said, wow, she said, that's really profound. Most people that come here, they complain and they're really stuck, but that doesn't seem to be you. So I learned a very long time ago the difference between venting and complaining. I also understood that once I vented and I let it out, I usually felt a lot better too. And then I was able to have more clarity of how to process the challenge of the reason that I was venting. I wasn't looking to change anything or anybody. I just needed to vent. Maybe it was something that I did that I couldn't believe that I did, you know, like that moment that we have, that we always say, oh gosh, I'm just so angry at me. Those are the times when venting just comes into play. But again, if you're trying to figure it out and you're speaking with others that have opinions, that's not exactly what you want, and that is not going to bring you to a healthier, happier outcome. But venting to somebody that really doesn't know you or that you really trust, and when you call them, you say, I just need an ear just so I could vent. And then boom, you could vent even in the mirror. And I highly encourage you, very highly encourage you, to get out a piece of paper and a pencil and write down what it is that you're venting about. What is it that you're venting about? And I need for you to look at this list and really take a good look at it and figure out how could you handle the challenge better? Not so much changing it, but what can you tweak? What can you tweak? There's a very fine line between venting and complaining. Complaining is when you're trying to change things. You're trying to change somebody. You're complaining about how somebody did something. You're complaining about how something is being done or isn't being done. You are complaining. You are just like a siren. And when that happens, I got to share with you, you are not being heard. If you are complaining about something, again, before you start complaining, always, and I do mean always, come to the table with a solution. I believe that everybody has a right to how they feel. I believe that their emotion is true and it's real. Unless you're coming to the table with a solution of the reason that you are complaining and that you want change, then your complaint is only going to be that obnoxious siren that people hear, you know, that the ones that make people go like this. And that's not what you want. That's not what you want. You want to become an amazing solutionist. So when you vent, it's really just to empty out your soul. And when you're complaining, you got to come with another solution, and make sure that when you're complaining that you're not cursing, that you're using really good words. You are a very, very smart individual. There is absolutely no reason why you have to take it to the level that you have to use curse words or that you have to use any kind of ugly words. I know that when I speak with others, I'm very careful with how I present whatever it is that I'm trying to communicate with. And if I feel that I am a little bit too upset, then I need to pause, and there is a time and a place to be able to have those moments where you're able to share your feelings. But remember, whenever you have any kind of a challenge, always, always come back to the table with a solution. That's really what I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions, any comments about this short session of the Happiness Jungle Happy Hour, I want you to go ahead and inbox me, or you could go ahead and put something in the comments. You know how we're always notified that somebody has responded. And I would be more than happy to go ahead and set up a time with you and share a chat with you about having a healthier, happier communication with those that you wish would hear you better, and to help solve the challenges of the reason that you're venting. I can tell you one thing, there's always a better way, and there's always a brighter tomorrow. So with that, everybody, this is Lyn-Dee, your Chief Happiness Officer, saying, talk to you later. Remember, go ahead and inbox me. I'm here for you.